Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's awards have been rather cadet heavy, which is lovely because the cadets are great and it's a wonderful organisation, and I'll say a little bit more about them in a minute. But just so that we keep the balance right, you do know that there is a significant reserve element within the 5 unitary authorities that make up Gwent. And quite often on this occasion, there would be members of those reserve units that would be receiving awards for their outstanding achievement. As far as the cadet organisations are concerned, listening to all of those citations that we've heard, particularly from the people who are going to be Lord Lieutenants cadets for this year, don't let anyone ever tell you that there's anything wrong with the youth of today. There's an old army saying, which many of you will know, there's no such thing as a bad unit, just bad officers. And how lucky we are to have an organisation like the cadet organisation here in Gwent that will provide a framework and an opportunity for outstanding young people like these to be able to find their true potential. That, it seems to me, is what the Army Cadet Force does so well. And it's a great privilege to be able to present certificates to just 2 of the adults who have enabled that. And in Chris's case, if he doesn't mind me saying, behind the scenes, not out there leading from the front, but enabling behind the scenes to make sure that those things happen. To give opportunities to young people so that they can show what young people directed and led and given the opportunities to achieve actually can achieve. So we're really lucky to have that opportunity and to have the Army Cadets, the Sea Cadets and the Air Cadets to provide that framework for them. For the Lord Lieutenants Cadets, last year's or the current lot, thank you very much for your efforts. For the ones who are coming in, it is a privilege for you to be appointed Lord Lieutenants Cadet, but it is also a duty, and with that duty comes certain responsibilities. There is a piece of paper which shows what it is that I expect my Lord Lieutenant Cadets to do, and if you're in any doubt about them, the clerk to the Lieutenancy, who is here somewhere, Kath, there she is, will make sure that you know what it is that's required. But the sort of turnout and bearing that you've shown us tonight will get you an awful long way. It's lovely to see so many other influential members of the community here this evening, and I'm sorry for not listing mayors and ayers and high sheriffs and things by name. We are also lucky, as it happens in Gwent, that the 5 unitary authorities who govern us, Newport, Monmouthshire, Torfaen, Blaenau Gwent and Caerphilly, have all got very proactive armed forces champions who look out for the interests not only of our reservists, but also of our members of the armed forces, of the regular armed forces, who come from, work in, or return back to Gwent after they leave the services. I mention this now to you here because all of us have a duty to make sure, in the full democratic processes available to us, that we hold those councillors to account to make sure that they give the very best possible service to our veterans, particularly the ones who need it, for when their service to Queen and country is over and they return back to live in Gwent. And to all of you here who are veterans, if you haven't got your veterans card, it only costs you £5 and it lasts you for 5 years, so it's £1 a year, it's not bad value. And that gives you access to a huge range of discounts well, I live near Cwmbran, the View Cinema, I can get discounted things there, I can get free swimming, I can go to, what's the restaurant next door to the cinema, the hamburger place, Benny's and Kenny's or something like that. Anyone from football? That's right. So I can get 20% off my food bill there. So, and all of those are enabled because there are people like our Armed Forces champions pushing to make sure that we retain those benefits. So use them, guys. If you're entitled to them, use them. And if you have any responsibility or authority for looking after veterans or keeping an eye on people's welfare, then make sure that you raise any concerns to the relevant authorities if there's anything you can do to help them. Right, that's the end of the party political broadcast. What I really need to leave you with is the message that we have some fantastic young men and women in our cadet forces, and that's the instructors, the CFAVs, as well as the people who call themselves cadets. We're really lucky to have them. Thank you to the cadets who've worked with me this year. Looking forward to getting to know you three there, and well done to all of you. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.